Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, we will see how to plan the migration and modernization of web applications. If you have watched the previous videos in the series, you must already be aware of how a typical migration journey is divided into stages of decide, plan, and execute. In this video, we will cover web app assessment, which is typically done during the plan phase of the migration journey. The web app assessment performs readiness checks against both Azure App Service and Azure Kubernetes Service. By thoroughly analyzing the assessments across these target services and taking into account both migration readiness and associated costs, the assessment provides informed recommendations for the optimal migration path for your web applications. The assessment also provides details about any blocker or warning that you have to resolve, along with recommendation to fix them. Before assessing and effectively planning the migration of a web application, it is essential to ensure that the discovery is successfully completed. To achieve successful discovery, confirm that the software inventory has been conducted on all servers within your infrastructure. Additionally, review the Action Center for any issues impacting discovery features and follow the recommended actions to resolve these discovery issues. To create the web app assessment, there are multiple start points. You can go to Assessment Creation Wizard from Overview, or in the All Inventory blade, you can filter the web apps, select them, and click on Create Assessment. Or you can go to the new web app specific view in Inventory. As you can see, we discover both ASP.NET and Java Tomcat web apps. Let's start with Web Application Assessment from this page. Select web applications that you want to assess and click on the Create Assessment button. Provide a friendly name for assessment. You can see that the pre-selected web apps are already added. Next, you can customize the assessment setting to suit your requirements. The target location determines the Azure region for assessment. The default environment enables you to assess your production and dev test workloads separately. By default, the assessment is created using pay-as-you-go rates. If you have negotiated an enterprise agreement with Microsoft, please select the Enterprise Agreement. You can choose between performance-based or as on-premises right-sizing criteria. Performance-based sizing considers the resource utilization and configuration attributes of workloads to right-size the targets accordingly for Azure, while on-premises sizing considers only configuration attributes of the on-premises workloads. In the advanced setting, you can select the target against which you want to assess the web application. Let's check the configuration by clicking on Edit Defaults. You can configure the target-specific settings. If all looks good, you can click on Create. The assessment is ready for review within a few minutes. Let's go to a pre-created assessment. You can see that there are 20 servers, 35 web apps, and 20 web servers which are assessed. As mentioned earlier, the Web Application Assessment will assess your web application with all supported Azure Target Services. As you can see, out of 35 web apps, 15 are ready and 20 are ready with conditions, and the estimated monthly cost is around $947. Let's look at the recommended migration path details by clicking on the View Details option. The recommended migration path suggests 34 web apps to be migrated to App Service Code and 1 web app to AKS. Let's look at the web apps to App Service Code recommendation. In the App Service Code report, we see that only 15 out of 34 web apps are ready for migrating to App Service Code. The recommended SKU size is Premium v3, with an estimated cost of $620 per month. If you wish to look at target-specific assessment, you can switch to the respective target tab and look at the similar details. For example, let's check the App Service Containers tab. We see out of 35 apps, 15 are ready, 19 are ready with conditions, and 1 is not ready. For the web app that is not ready, the recommended tool is Server Migration, which means you need to lift and shift these servers by clicking on the Readiness tab. You can see the migration issues that are marking the app as not ready. Here is another app which marked as ready with conditions. You can click on the app to see the details of the app-specific readiness for all targets. By coming back to the overview page again, you can review the other target service-specific assessment report. Additionally, from the overview page, you can export the assessment report for offline consumption. In this video, we looked at the new web application assessment in Azure Migrate. We discussed creation of a web app in Azure Assessment and its various options, reviewing the assessment report and understanding recommended migration path, and the estimated cost for running your web apps on Azure. The next step in the migration journey is execute. Once the discovery and assessment are complete, to migrate your web server to Azure VM, you can leverage Azure Migrate's native lift and shift capability. To modernize your ASP.NET or Java Tomcat web app apps to app service code, you can use the App Service Migration Assistant tool. And to migrate your web apps to app service containers or Azure Kubernetes service, you can use the App Containerization tool. Thank you for watching this video.